The amount of resources, investment, time invested into a relationship is what determines the level or extent of the pain. These are 5 things you must do after a breakup. I'll tell you the first thing you need to do after a breakup, and that is to grieve. Men are always solution minded. I need to solve this right now. I need to get out of this right now. I probably need to get on a rebound with somebody else and make this feeling go away. It's taking all of me. No, that is not the way to go. Grieve and recognize that this pain is real. You are a man, yes, you've built yourself emotionally, you've done this and that. That doesn't mean you don't feel pain. That doesn't mean you can't grieve. That doesn't mean you can't cry. I'm not saying go crying to people, but you can cry on your own. You can cry in your bed. You can cry to yourself and acknowledge the fact that I'm going through something that is not easy, but I will get out of it. You must take the time to grieve. Out of everything I'm going to tell you, this would be the most outstanding thing you must never ever do. Never ever initiate a contact with your ex. On the other hand, do not make hasty decision by going to Instagram, block her on WhatsApp, block her here, block her there. No. Whether you did the breakup, whether she did the breakup, most likely we are speaking on the basis that she did the breakup. Most times you would feel rejected. You would feel like your ego has been hurt. You would feel like you're less of a man. You will feel not wanted by a woman. This is not a good feeling, especially if you know that this woman did this because she's trying to progress her relationship with another man. But I'm telling you, no matter what, do not contact this girl. Anything you have to do to help you, if you have to stay away from social media, you can do that. But do not contact this girl, especially at that moment where you're feeling a lot of emotion, because this would also leave her a little bit in limbo. She would wonder what's going on. She would feel guilty at some point. Well, she can move on. Whatever is happening on her side is none of your business at this point, because all you're focused on is your own mental health. Do not contact this girl, because you are more likely to say the wrong things. You are more likely to sound some way to her. You are more likely to come off desperate. You are more likely to start asking her to remember when we were like this, when we were like this, when we were like that. You are more likely to come off like you absolutely need her love. You need her validation. You need her acceptance. You need her to reconsider. You don't need her to reconsider. She has made her decision. You need to move on from that. You need to just let it go. Just drop it and move on. Think about the future. My friend, there are many fishes in the ocean. There are many other women out there that would desire, that would want you. You don't need to go dealing with a woman who doesn't want you anymore. You don't need to be asking her to love you again. No, you don't need her to pity you. You want her to desire you. You want her to want you. How are you going to do this? How are you going to achieve any of this? It's by not initiating contact with her. Disappear, vanish. Some people even go as far as maybe using another number or stalking her on social media. All that stuff, trying to find out what they're doing. Do not do any of these things. No sort of contact, especially for the period that you're trying to mourn this relationship, which could last as long as 2-3 months. Do not initiate contact with this girl. Another huge thing you must do during the course of your breakup or just after you've broken up is to keep yourself busy with other activities. Redefine yourself. The proportion of the pain to a breakup is equal to the amount of time or resources investment put into a relationship. The amount of resources, investment, time invested into a relationship is what determines the level or extent of the pain. What that means is that you are spending probably a lot more time, resources on that relationship. And when that happens, you are also consequently sacrificing your own pursuit. You are sacrificing your own goals and dreams and ambition. Maybe when you were in the relationship, you only gave 40% of your time to your ambition, your goals, or 50, let's say, and 50% went to the relationship, other activities, leisure, pleasure, whatever you want to call it. Now, I would want you to focus even more time on your vision, on your dreams. That's what you need to do. When women leave you, what they're saying is, I can do better. Obviously, women, I'm not speaking to extreme cases here of where women leave abusive men or women leave, toxic men. No, I'm speaking to the fact that you guys are good. You thought you guys were good, but then she suddenly pulled this off on you. Go out there and engage in other activities. Learn how to play a musical instrument if you were interested. Engage your mind in other things that would deviate you entirely from thinking about this girl. They could be a good person. Yes, we're not questioning that, but they felt they could do better and they wanted to move on with their life. So what you do is pick up the pieces, move on to tomorrow. She will be shocked at the person, the individual that you become. I'll tell you one important thing you absolutely need to do after a breakup, and that will be to take some time before you date again. You would run the risk of breaking your next relationship when you just want to bounce into the arms of another person. By the way, you are using somebody else as a rebound who probably doesn't deserve that. You are engaging in something else where you know that you're not going to bring yourself to this person. When you're with this person, you're still thinking about your ex. You don't want to be in that space where you cannot allow or lay the foundation for a relationship to thrive. After a breakup, you're doing a disservice to yourself and to the other person if you rush into a relationship with them, with a new person. And you are gonna make this girl probably become somebody that she's not, or damage her in some way, or traumatize her in some way with your past. There are so many people who cannot cope with themselves, who cannot stay and just be in their own dwelling of their mind because they find it hard. They use all these external things to try to fill the hole in their heart. They use all these things, all these distractions to fill the vacuum, the space in their heart, the pain that they are feeling. You do not want to be that kind of man. You must experience that pain. You must experience soberness. You must experience the loneliness. You must experience a certain level of individualism. You cannot jump from one relationship to the other. You will not know what is true and what is not anymore. You would not know what is right and what is wrong as pertaining to relationship. You will be in a state of confusion. You're not gonna be able to discern anymore which way to go. At some point, you might even be talking to 2-3 women because you're jumping from one relationship to the other. You need to take some time. You can't just invite another woman into your life, especially a good woman, a woman who is there with a progressive mindset. Even the other way around. So women get out of a relationship, they're already out there looking for the next man. You want to lay the foundation for a relationship to thrive. I'll tell you another thing you constantly need to do through the course of the breakup. Whenever you have you second guess yourself or you think about this or that, remind yourself why it didn't work out. As you move on after the breakup, consciously remind yourself on your own part why it didn't work out. If you look at the relationship, you would see 1 or 2 reasons it didn't work out. How main reason you may or may not have found out, but if you didn't find out, that's okay. That's okay. Look at the relationship and tell yourself, this is the reason it didn't work out for me. Maybe she wants somebody that is muscular and you're skinny. Guys, remind yourself constantly, especially when you are dealing with the breakup phase for 2-3 months, especially even more specifically when you think of contacting her, remind yourself instantly why it didn't work out. You say, yeah, this is why it didn't work out, and you move on with your life. I'll give you the last thing that you must do as a man. Not necessarily must, but may want to do. Seek therapy. Engage with other people who may have experienced a heartbreak or a breakup. There's so many of you watching my videos who believe that let her leave, is our business, man, I'm a man, all that stuff. If you loved her, do not be in denial. Tell yourself the truth, own up to it and say, yes, I gotta seek help. Support system. I gotta talk to people who may have experienced a breakup too. How did it feel? You can seek professional help with a therapist where you discuss with them and get a little more vulnerable and tell them how you may think your own actions too may have contributed to the breakup of the relationship, and how you want to better yourself and be in a good position to invite the best partner for you, the best fit for you. Be excited because there are many fishes in the ocean. I'm not trying to connote women with fishes here. It's just an adage. There are many fishes in the ocean. You will go out there and you will find another woman who would love you, who would treasure you, who would accept you for who you are. Guys, this is all I have for you. My name is IK. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Like the video, subscribe. I will see you on the next one. Peace out.